Hello and welcome to a gameplay for all seasons and the continuation of our extensive Hogwarts Legacy series. Now, though we may not have got anywhere close to having all the details about this game, the details we do have and our knowledge of the wizarding world has started to present what may be a problem. Now, if we think about a few items we know about the game, we know it's set at Hogwarts and the surrounding areas, at least in the main. We know you're arriving as a 5th year student, and that you're arriving sometime after the start of the school year. What we know from the Harry Potter books is that following events in the school year is important to that storyline. For example, we start at the beginning of the school year, we have breaks in term, and we have calendar events such as the Yule Ball, which obviously was an important event during that book series. Now that of course makes perfect sense for a book series set in a school, and it does for a game set in the same place. I'm sure at some point soon we'll see a screenshot or a video from the game of it snowing or some sort of festive event confirming what I believe is very obvious, that there will be seasons and there will therefore be a passage of time. Now if we go back to the fact that we know this will start as you being a 5th year student, that tells us that we have at maximum 2 full school years and a bit in which this game can be set. Now here's the potential problem. That suggests there must be a time limit on you completing this game and therefore completing the main storyline. And if that is tied to graduation from the school, then how can you simply go back to completing all the other tasks you want to do or simply have fun roaming around Hogwarts if you're supposed to have left the place? Obviously this game is not going to go from being a student to putting you as a teacher. I say obviously, if they did, I'd be completely shocked. But to me, I think that's probably goes without saying. There's been no suggestion of anything like that, and in fact sounds like a completely separate game. Now there are definitely a few things that I'm not particularly fond of in games. And one of those is most definitely when you go to complete the main story of a game, it comes up with a message saying, "Are you sure you want to continue? You can't come back," or something like that. Go off, complete your task before you do main storyline. Now to me, this is the structure that probably has to be in place to accommodate what is you essentially finishing school or not being able to go back and do all the other things. And to me, that kind of, or very much does, take away the level of freedom, choice, and the ability to just essentially kick back and mess around in the environment, do whatever you've been, go into the Forbidden Forest, roam around the halls, whatever it is you want to do, go and play Quidditch that's hopefully in the game, something like that. So you lose that ability to do that. Now, many open world RPGs, many of the popular ones out there, do let you do this. You complete the main story, then you go back, and essentially just very much you can go in and enjoy yourself and mess around, drive quickly, do whatever it is, depending on what the game is. So I'm kind of struggling seeing how they can actually let you do that here. I mean, I've been trying to come up in my head with a workaround to this problem, thinking, could they do X, could they do Y? But I'm struggling to think how that could really be done in a realistic and logical way, one that really makes sense for the game and also respects the natural passage of time, which, like I say, has to be in here. So, I mean, this is something I really hope the devs to this game have spent plenty of time thinking about and have come up with something clever. I'd love to know what it is. I mean, if you have a good idea, I'd love to hear it. Put it in the comments. It would be very interesting to read. Now, I think we're probably going to end up having to just wait and see. As I say, the trailers are probably not going to directly give us an answer to this. I imagine we'll probably have to piece pieces of information together to try and work this out. I could be wrong. Maybe they're just going to go out there and make it really, really obvious. But I think we're just going to probably have to see. I mean, like I say, hopefully they've come up with some clever workaround and it's not my fear that you just get a simple message and that's kind of your game over. Now, if you've not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, you know what to do. So I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks for listening.